Hello, hi. This is Avia Epidemic, and today for the Tips for Hikes series, we are going to look at shoulders and a little bit of neck, which can be a bit of a troublesome area after a long day walking, or even if you just sit at your desk working all day, it can still give you some aches and niggles. So we are going to focus on a few strengthening exercises, because obviously it's a build up work that will take you to have enough strength to support your backpack or just your body weight when you walk with no much issues. Then we're going to do a little bit of a release and a couple of stretches. Okay, so for today, you're just going to need a couple of balls. You can use tennis balls as we use for the feet, and then already ready on my mat, you can fold a towel in a little log, like that, even. Yeah, that will do. Put it right here, just where the center of your upper back will go. So if you think of your shoulder blades right in between, and you want to lie on it, okay? And the first thing you want to do is allowing your chest to open. Take a big breath. Try to let your rib cage release into that mat, into that towel. You can just stay there, that's nice enough. Or you can take a big breath. Try to keep those ribs in, and we're going just to do a few simple movements with the arms. First thing you want to do, allow your shoulders to relax towards the mat, and reach up for the sky, and then let your shoulders come back towards your towel. And then reach up and back. You can do single arm, one and then the other. I like doing both. Okay, that's just to bring a little bit of a movement into your shoulders. Let your chin tuck slightly under, not completely on your chest, but just a little bit towards your throat, so that we lengthen our neck at the back. And now, keeping the length in the arms, we might want to start slicing the air. So one arm will reach overhead, and you will be lengthening away from your fingers, and then when you breathe out, you change side. Okay, just try to create some length down the back and a little bit of movement. There's plenty of exercises for shoulders. We're going just to focus on these because they are quite quick and easy to do when you are out and about. And one more. And then we're going to bring both arms overhead. If you can't touch the floor at the back, it doesn't matter. You just go as far back as you can go, keeping your ribs in. I would add a leg stretch just to get a nice length through the body, pointing the heels away and reaching up from the middle fingers. Now from here, we just start drawing big circles with our hands in the air. Keep your hands where you can see them, so in your peripheral view. Keep your ribs from flaring up, and give your back a nice massage here, and reverse. You might start with a smaller movement, and then when you feel a bit better, you can go a bit wider here. All right. And now we are going to bring the arms back overhead, both of them. Palms are facing up. And all I would like to do is, keeping my ribs in, bend the elbows, bring the elbows all the way to the side. Allow the chest to open. Feel your collarbone expanding, and then you reach all the way up. And then you bend, and you extend. We do a few of these. That feels quite nice. It's really working on the upper back. Do one more, and then bring your arms towards the ceiling. Imagine you're hugging a big tree, and you can open the arms, allow the elbows to go as far back as you can, and then you bring your arms back in with your hands above your chest. Keeping the round shape in your arms, keeping the elbows up. You don't want to end up here. And you do just a few openings like that. That feels quite nice too. stretches all across the front, because especially if you carry a backpack during your walk, you might tend to slouch your shoulders in. All right, let's do just one more. And then when we come back, each hand goes on the opposite elbow. That's a lovely stretch. We're going to release the arms from side to side as far as you feel comfortable going. These are really my go-to exercises. They're really easy to do, really nice and effective. And they don't require a lot of equipment or props. You do a few here, and then when you come back to center, focusing on keeping those ribs in, you bring your arms over the head in that position. It doesn't matter how far back they go. Now, my shoulders are pretty flexible, and that's okay for me to drop back. But if you don't feel comfortable doing so, you stay higher, and that's all right too. And you bring them back. And then again. We might have some clogs going on. I certainly have. Reach and in. You get the hint of it, so we can do one more. And now here I'm going to open the arms to the side. I'm going to bend my legs, one knee next to the other, keep them quite relaxed, and I'm going to allow my knees to drop to one side. I'm trying to keep the shoulders and the ribs on the floor. And then very smoothly I move them to the other side. Okay. And now I might want to start adding a little bit of arms just to get the shoulders to stretch as well. So I'm going to drop the knees in one direction, and I'm taking the same side arm over to the other side. Let your neck do whatever it wants to do. If your neck wants to turn towards your hands, that's fine. If your neck wants to turn the other way, that's fine too. And then we bring the knees back to center, down to the other side as the arm opens, and the same side arm goes over to the other side. My neck likes to go in that direction towards the hands, and I'm letting that happen. Knees and arm coming to the other side, opposite arm reaches over. Let's do it just one more time. I'm going just to show you a few. Obviously, then you can spend as much time as you want doing those. That's also nice for your back, to mobilize the lumbar spine. And then come back, open here. All right, now I'm coming to sitting. There's another exercise which is very nice on the same, let me just shift back a bit. Here's the seat, no, that's better. Let me just move this. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm starting sitting tall. I'm going to take my arms up. Hands are slightly wider than the shoulders. Let me adjust this because this is not very friendly at the minute. So you're up there. Shoulders are away from the ears. You want to make fist with your hands. You're going to bend your elbows, bring the fist by your ear, and then extend again. All right? Try not to tense your neck. Try not to tense your jaw. So you stay there. Extend. Keep your ribs in. And we're really working the mid back. Those muscles that are a bit lazy, we don't use them as much, and therefore the shoulders usually take over, your lower back take over. We get a lot of aches and stiffness because of these muscles in the mid upper back not doing their job as they should. And from here, we're going to change it slightly. I'm going to open my thumbs, and I bring my thumbs to touch behind my head. If you find yourself doing this to make room for your hands, then you might want to stay a bit higher. And then open again. And then back. And open. And then again. You do a few of these. And then next time you have your thumbs together, keep it like that and extend to the ceiling. And then bring it back. And extend. There's all of my upper back is going clonk, 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 clonk. Bring it in. Reach. And back. One more. See how I have to keep an eye on my ribs. And open out. Very nice. Your upper back might start feeling a bit better. Now, what we're going to do next is just a little release for the shoulders. So I would like you to start placing one hand, the opposite hand at the base of your neck. So it's not down here on the round part of your shoulder, it's at the very bottom of your neck. And all we're going to do, we take a breath and you want to give it a nice squeeze. Imagine your shoulders like a sponge and you want to squeeze the water off and then relax. Squeeze when you breathe in and breathe out. And then again. We are going to add to the movement. So as I squeeze, I'm bringing the shoulder up towards the ear and then I release. Squeeze and lift and release. Squeeze and lift up and release. Let's add the circle. So as I go up and squeeze, I keep the squeeze. As my shoulder goes back, I release the squeeze as the shoulders come in. Let's do one more time. Squeeze and lift the shoulder up to the ear. Bring the squeeze at the back, release down. One more. Reach up and squeeze. And back. Reverse. Squeeze, reach back and up. And then release when the shoulder comes forward. One more time. Squeeze at the back, come forward. Release. Squeeze at the back, come forward. And relax for a second. Take a breath. We stay on the same side. We are going to place the hand again. And now we're going to squeeze and lift. Bring the arms to the front. Imagine you grab onto something and release as you release that something behind. So squeeze the shoulder, bring the shoulder forward to grab an imaginary beer, cupcake, whatever. Bring it behind you as you release the shoulder. One more time. Squeeze and release. Now relax your arm. Take a breath and just spend a second to bring your brain's attention to the shoulders and see how they feel. You might also want to move one arm and then the other just to feel a little bit of a difference. You might notice that the side you've just worked feels like the shoulders has released, has dropped a little, and it's longer towards the floor. We want to make it even, but we also want to promote symmetry. So let's cross the legs the other side. Okay, that might feel different already. And now we're going to place the hand at the bottom of the neck without doing any movement in the shoulder to start with. We just want to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. I'm literally squeezing the muscles and releasing as if they were a sponge I wanted to get water off from. One more. Let's add the shoulder rolls. So I'm squeezing, lifting up, releasing the shoulder at the back. Squeeze, lift up, release at the back. One more. And release at the back. Reverse. Squeeze at the back and release forward. Squeeze at the back, release forward. One more. Bring it in. Okay. Last one. We're going to squeeze, reach, and release as we reach behind. Squeeze and reach, bring behind and release. Squeeze as we come forward, and we release on the way back. Last one, squeeze, reach, and release back. And relax your arms. You can roll your shoulders. They should both feel a bit better. We are going to do the same thing at the back of our neck. So if you place your hands this way, at the back of your neck, the first thing you can do is firstly, lengthen your spine a little. Use your hands for that. Now I would suggest go under your head. And now we're going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and relax and squeeze and release. Now we're going to squeeze and lift up a little and release. Squeeze and lift up a little, keep your ribs in and relax. One more. And let go. Release your arms. You can turn your head from side to side. You might notice a bit more movement available for you. Now, we're going to do a little strength, still for the shoulders. Super simple. We're going to place one hand on the side of your face, your cheek, Okay, now imagine my head wants to turn that side and my hand is stopping that movement. It's not super hard because obviously you just want a gentle engagement here. You're going to hold this opposite tension for, let's say, 20 seconds. Breathe and relax. That's probably shorter than 20 seconds, but otherwise you stay here for the whole afternoon. So I'm going just to show you, and then you can practice. And I would suggest to do it 3 times, 20 seconds each. Is a minute each side, you can do that. And then we're going to do the other side very quickly, okay? So again, my head wants to turn, my hand is gently resisting. And release. Let's do one more, just so that at least I get an even work on both sides. And release. That's very nice. You can again turn the head and see if you get a bit more movement. The last thing I wanted to show you is using the balls. You can use the balls against the wall, but I suppose that if you're out camping, you might not have a wall available, so you can use your mat. You can lie on the floor, and we are going to place the balls at the very top of our head, okay? And you just hold it there. You might not be able to see me anymore, so let me just move the camera again. Okay, so we just start activating and releasing the connective tissue right at the top of the skull. I have to hold my balls in this position because my hair is very fine and it doesn't hold the balls, I'm afraid. But if you have nice, thick hair, you probably can take your hands off. As you can see, I can't do this. You spend there, let's say, about 90 seconds just to start releasing tension. And then I would like you to move the balls right at the very top of your neck, where your hairline is. Okay, again, hold it if you need, and you can turn the head from side to side very gently, just to get a little bit of a massage out of these balls. Okay, you can draw circles with your nose on the ceiling. Just let your neck release. You can also change direction. And again, about 90 seconds each position. All right. Next one will be, I'm going faster through that, but you take the time you want to take for doing this. Next position with the balls is at the very top of the spine, or very bottom of our neck, whichever way you want to sit. Make sure you give your neck support if you feel uncomfortable in this position, okay? And here you can bring your arms to the sky and you can draw small circles again. You get a bit of a massage from the balls. I really like to do the slice in the air in this position, so this one, because it really gives a nice movement to the balls and therefore to the shoulders. And you can do all sorts of movements here. There's no right or wrong with this type of work. It's just a matter of listening to your body and pay attention to the body where you need it more. Okay. You can also open to the side and bring it in, similar to what we did before. Or you can have your arms together and just move them from side to side, making sure that one arm doesn't get shorter than the other. You keep them the same length. It's interesting. Okay. And then once you've spent a little time with the balls in this position, we are going to move them down. We are going to move them right in the center of your shoulder blade. So there. Okay. One each side, of course. With the balls, just be careful if you get some sort of electric sort of pain, You might have placed the ball on a nerve and you might not want to do that, so you might need to move the balls. In this position, my favorite, it's actually just lying here. No, jokes aside, because of the position of the balls, what I like to do here is keeping the palms facing each other and just opening out, and then turn the palms down and slide the arms to the side. Think of a snow angel, and then coming up, open, turn the palms down and slide them in. We do this one more time. And then from here you can snow angel up, as far up as your arms are happy to go, and then bring them out. This type of work we do a lot in trigger point Pilates. If you're interested, or if you have a trigger point Pilates class in your area, I would definitely check for that for when you're around, because we release all this tension in the tissues that surround the muscles, the bones, the joints, and it can really, really make a difference, especially if you have sore muscles after your heights. Other thing you can do in this position is, for instance, sliding one arm down, so you get a bit more movement into the balls, you get a bit more of a massage. Okay. And you can spend a little time on your balls. The last thing we're going to do, because I promised that was going to be quick, is it's called threading the needle. So we're going to start on our fours. Try to keep your back straight, try to keep your chest nice and wide. Take a big breath, and all we're going to do, we're going to take one hand across to the other side. Keep your gaze on your hand. Try not to sit back, okay? Try to stay and reach. So when you twist, you want to twist from the thoracic. It's not just the shoulder going down. It can go down, but the idea is that we are rotating from the mid-thoracic. You can soften this elbow, press the back of your hand into the floor. And you can try different angles. So you can have it lower here, you can have it in line, or you can even have your hand pointing out. And then come back. And then we do the same thing to the other side. Push down. And then you can come back. I normally do this 3 times each side, playing with different angles. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you will give these exercises a go. And if you find them useful or beneficial, please let me know. Or even if you want to know more, feel free to get in touch. I hope your shoulders will feel better and you are all enjoying a nice niggle-free ache and walks, or simply rest of your week. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you all soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.